It's kind of terrifying when you really think about it.
What's that?
How quickly the battle for student enrollment is won or lost today. I mean, you're not fighting in the school cafeteria or at open house days anymore.
Oh, not at all.
You're fighting in the nanosecond. It takes a stressed out parent to type best private schools near me into Google.
Exactly. And if you aren't visible in that split second, you effectively don't exist.
Right. Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're unpacking the invisible machinery behind school enrollments.
We're looking at some really great insights from Samyak Online, a digital agency that's spent over 20 years specifically in the education sector.
And the big takeaway here isn't just about, buying more banner ads.
No, it's a fundamental shift in the technology itself. We're talking about things like LLM SEO and entity-based SEO.
The tools that smart schools are now using to beat the system.
That's a good way to put it.
Beat the system is a strong phrase, but when you look at the source material, the odds really are stacked against individual schools, aren't they?
They are. I mean, think about it. A university might have Nobel Prize winners and a campus that looks like a resort.
The best facilities in the country.
Right. But in search results, they're often buried under these massive aggregator platforms.
Oh, you mean those generic top 10 colleges listicles?
Exactly. They just dominate the rankings because they have so much traffic.
So how does a single institution fight back? The research points to building a digital footprint, but that sounds a little vague to me.
It sounds vague, but it's actually very specific. It means mirroring how students actually behave.
Okay.
And right now, that behavior is shifting from just searching to more like conversing.
And that brings us to our first major concept, LLM SEO.
Yep.
Okay, so let's define this clearly. We all know SEO is search engine optimization, but the LLM part large language model, that implies we aren't just optimizing for a search bar anymore, we're optimizing for an AI.
Precisely. You're optimizing for the bots that power things like ChatGPT or Google's AI overviews. Traditional SEO was all about keywords. You just, stuff the phrase admission process onto a page 5 times.
Which always reads so robotically.
And it doesn't really work well anymore. LLM SEO focuses on intent.
Okay.
The source highlights a great example. Instead of targeting admission process, you optimize for the specific, messy question a student actually asks.
Like, how do I apply for college admission after 12th arts? Something like that.
Exactly that. And if your content provides a direct, structured answer to that conversational question, the AI is much more likely to feature you as the definitive source.
So you're essentially teaching the AI how to recommend you.
That's a perfect way to put it.
That leads directly into the second technical pillar here, entity-based SEO. Now, to me, this one sounds like the most abstract concept in the whole stack.
It can seem that way. Think of it as strings versus things.
Okay, strings versus things.
Old search engines looked for strings of text. If you typed biology, it just looked for that word, biology.
Right, simple enough.
But modern search engines, they look for entities, distinct concepts with defined relationships. So Samyak Online explains that schools need to use technical markup to tell Google, this isn't just the word biology.
It's more than that.
Biology is a course taught by this faculty member at this campus location.
Ah, so you're creating a data map. You aren't just hoping Google figures it out. You are explicitly coding the relationships between everything.
Exactly. And the payoff is huge. This is how you get those rich listings.
The ones where the FAQs and course details appear right on the search results page.
Yes. It builds trust before the user even clicks the link.
Speaking of trust, the notes also emphasize that this tech has to be grounded locally. You can't just be a digital ghost. You have to be a local reality.
Oh, absolutely. Local SEO. This is critical for all those queries like schools in Gurugram or just near me.
The basics still matter.
They really do. If a school ignores its Google business profile or lets bad reviews sit unanswered, all that high-level technical work just falls apart. It's the reputation management piece.
And it seems like this isn't just theory. The source mentions clients in both India and the USA, people like Jamie Nakash and Becca Hansen.
Right, and they're seeing what Samyak Online calls green zone results, meaning healthy, top-tier rankings, because they combine that high-tech entity structure with basic reputation management.
So if you're listening and you work in education, or really any sector relying on search, the insight is that your website can't just be a brochure anymore.
No, it needs to be a structured database. It has to speak human for the users,
Yeah.
but it also has to speak entity for the bots.
Which brings us to a slightly provocative thought to wrap up with.
Okay.
We're spending all this time optimizing our content so an AI can understand it, defining entities, answering these conversational prompts.
Right.
Are we moving toward a future where university websites aren't actually designed for students to read at all? Are they becoming just raw data feeds for AI assistants to read for us?
That is the billion-dollar question, isn't it? If the AI gives you the answer, you might never need to visit the website.
Something to chew on the next time you ask Google for advice. Thanks for listening to this deep dive.
See you next time.